Hey everyone. I don't know why I giggle when I make my videos because I I don't know because I'm looking at my own face while I'm doing this, so it's almost like I'm talking to myself. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about the fact that I've covered quite a bit about separation, divorce, what you can expect if you have removed an abusive person from your life and you have children with them, and so on and so forth. And I've gotten more comments, and I don't even know. If you're mean on YouTube, they kind of just remove your comments. So anyhow, one person, I don't know who it was, but I said that I was a liar and that they're sick of me lying about people. Well, first and foremost, I'm not naming any names and I'm not showing any pictures. So whoever I'm speaking of regarding my ex and his wife, nobody knows who you are and nobody knows who they are, etc. And to state that someone's lying, you have to have proof that they're lying. So if I said, I have $1 million in the bank and someone said you're lying, I if I had $1 million in the bank, I actually could bring forth proof about that through different statements, so on and so forth. And for someone to say you're lying, they have to prove that you are, and they have to prove that it's not true. One way you can do that is by bringing forth the people that I'm speaking of. And even if you do that, they're going to have their own version of what happened. And so they'll say, well, Laura's not telling the truth. I never did that. And of course, anyone who has been accused of being abusive, manipulative, controlling, and, someone who has been accused of any sort of crimes, that they have been convicted for, the first thing they say is, I've never done that. And that person's lying. Oh, why would I do that? And they'll always have someone in their corner to say this person would never do that. Bill Cosby would never rape anyone. Jeffrey Dahmer, isn't that Ted Bundy? They always have someone in their corner to say that they're a nice person because they are nice to certain people, as I've said before. But the one thing we have to think about is I have nothing personally to gain by sharing my stories. The only people gaining from me sharing my truths are other individuals who are living through these situations so that they don't have to any longer reside with someone who is not kind, and to let them know that if you are being abused, you should not be ashamed. You should know that there's a way out. I'm giving you hope that one day you too can sit where I'm sitting and tell your own story. So if someone does not believe what I'm saying, that's okay. It's just the way it is. And I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I'm living my truth. I'm speaking from my own experiences. And I'm hoping the words in my previous trials, in my previous struggles, in the life I lived so long ago, I hope my experiences help someone and allow someone to break free, and to let them know someone out there cares about you, is concerned about you, and wants to let you know you no longer have to live that way. Because I stayed in it it was 10 years before I got divorced. I lived with my ex-husband. We were married 8.5 years before I filed for separation. And I'm telling you right now, it was one of the best choices I ever made, was to stand up for myself and say, I am no longer going to tolerate this. Stood up to him, stood up to the man who raped me when I was in the military. And I'm letting you know right now. Sometimes when you stand up to them, you're doing it on your own. Sometimes there's no one in your corner and no one on your side. And but I guarantee you, the minute you start to speak and the minute you realize you're not alone, that you're not the only one going through this, the more people you will gather in your life that will support you, that will walk with you through this and give you the strength to keep going. And some may make themselves available in the middle of the night if you want to text. They may be up too, worrying about what's going to happen with their future, their life, their children, their anything, all the unknowns. So, and you may join a group and connect with people who live overseas who are awake, who have a 12-hour time difference. So if you're up at 1, 2, 3 in the morning and you can't sleep, if you send them a text, they may be able to get you through whatever you're struggling with. But also, another thing I did when I was going to face my rapist in court last January is I was able to call, a helpline for victims of sexual assault and victims of domestic violence. Call them, and they are open 24/7, and they always have someone on the line waiting to take your calls. So I just want to let you know that these are my truths. It's just the way it is. And I hope my words help someone. So I hope everyone has a great day, and I will be back. Bye.